Welcome to Google Sites tutorial. This is Eric Dillison. I hope this will be helpful. If you have questions, please feel free to contact myself, Ryan Canton, Roger Bovey, anyone in the tech department. All of those people are pretty good sources of information to help you. Roger also created a Google Sites help page, so it goes through a lot of the same stuff. I just thought this may be a useful tool for some people. First thing I want you to do is I want you to raise your right hand like you are in court about to take an oath and say, I'm about to make a website that is 1,000 times cooler than Ty's. And you should say that because it's the absolute truth. So if you're going to make a Google site, I commend you. I think it's a good choice, and you'll find that it's much more user-friendly and much more capable than the Ty's website. Okay, so let's get started with making your Google site. So from the STMA homepage, the district homepage, go over to over to the left and make sure that drop-down menu pops down. And then you're going to want to click on STMA Moodle. Before I continue, I just want to tell you, this first part is a little bit painful. There's a number of sort of tedious steps that are necessary to get everything started so parents are able to find your Google site rather than your Ty's page. So we're going to go through those. I'll try and make it as easy as I can, and once it's done, you really won't have to mess with these things again, so it's useful to do it from the beginning. So I'm going to click on STMA Moodle, and it'll bring me to this page. What you want to do from here is log in, and your login is going to be the exact same login as you use to log into your computer in the morning, so it's your network ID and password. Here, what you're going to do is the first time you do it, it's going to kick you out when you're at school for some reason, and you'll have to do it again, and it'll work the second time. One of those wonderful glitches, but it will work. So I'm going to log in, and over on the left hand side here we have Google Apps, the category, and there is Google Sites under Google Apps. So go ahead and click on Google Sites, please. And it'll bring you to this screen where you click Sign in to St. Michael Alberta Schools. And from there, you can see I've made a few sites here. Most of these, or a few of them, are just goofy sites I was trying to use as examples. I'm going to make another goofy site to show you as an example, just to kind of walk you through it. You shouldn't have any of these under yours, so it should just look like this. So you'll hit Create New Site, because you're making a new site, and this screen will pop up. And here's the blank template icon. Just to the right of that, where it says Browse the Gallery for More, is where we're going to click. So click Browse the Gallery for More. And then you have STMA template. So here's a site created by the industrious Roger Bovey for the ease of all users. So thank you, Roger. Round of applause for Mr. Bovey. And click on STMA template. And then hit Select. Okay, so we're not quite finished creating our site. So under here, you're going to name your site, whatever you're going to call it. So whatever you want it to show up to parents and students as, that will be the name of it. Where you put here, you can change this later. It's not set in stone, but you know, it's easier if you do it from the beginning. So I'm going to say Canton smells like an onion patch, and that's going to be the name of my site. And then once I've got my name, I'm going to hit Create Site, and this will take a minute or so to make your site. And there it comes. You will see it says, here's the name of my site right here, Canton Smells Like an Onion Patch. And then it's got all this information about Bovey because it's his template, so we're going to have to go and change that later. But before we start digging into the workings of Google Sites, I'm going to get you set up so that you have your site linked so parents can find it. And this part is annoying, but it's also necessary. And then once you're done with this segment, you get into the more fun stuff. So here's what I would like you to do. Go up to the address bar which I don't think you can see on this, but you're going to go up to the address bar and copy your site. So copy the entire address of your site where it says http://sites.google.com, so on and so forth. Copy that, and then you will go back to this page. And what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be creating a Moodle page for you, which you will never ever use, but you have to make it anyhow. So I'm going to click on Middle School East. You will click on your respective building. I'm clicking on Middle School East because that's where I teach. And down here, since you're already logged in, there should be a button that says add a new course. So click on add a new course. And for your name, the way we were titling these, you should put it should be like 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade, the name of your course, and then your last name. So I'm going to say 8th grade history, U.S. history, and then Wizard Man. So this would be my last name here, Wizard Man. I'll make it one name, Wizard Man. So whatever your last name is, that's where you would put it. And then under short name, I would just put your last name again, so Wizard Man. From there, we're going to do a couple steps here in this edit course settings. So once you've got it titled what you'd like it to, go down to number of weeks topics, and you will click 1. It just makes things easier later on the way things are viewed, so I would just click number of weeks topics again, make sure it says 1. And we're going to do one more thing on this screen here before we move on. Where it says availability, for guest access, you're going to want it to say allow guests without the key. The reason being, people would need a password to even see your website otherwise, so it's just for almost 95% of people that use this will want this to be the case. So allow guests without the key. And then if you go to Save Changes and click that, and from here it'll pop in the screen, and you want to hit click here to enter your course. And from here, this will be the Moodle's kind of page it opens up to. You want to go to this button on the top right where it says Turn Editing On, and click on Turn Editing On, and it will change the view for you. What I'm going to do is, first thing is I'm going to click, it says News Form here. I'm going to click X because I don't want that there. Yes. And then here there's an icon with looks like a hand using a pencil or pen or some sort of writing utensil, a quill. Click on that icon. And what we are going to do here is you're going to write something that says click here to go to Mr. Dillison's page, or click here to go to Sally O'Malley's page, whatever you want your page to be referred to as. That's what you'll name it. So click here to go to Canton Smells Like an Onion Patch. I don't know why I'm capitalizing onion patch, but I like it. So once you've got it titled what you want it to say, you will highlight that. And then here, it looks like a little chain link fence or a web link, you could say, this little icon here. So it's to the right of that anchor. It'll say Insert Web Link if you leave your cursor there for a second. So click on that web link button and then delete that URL, and you're going to paste that website that you copied. So you're going to paste the address of your Google site so that it will link it to your Google site. And you could title it Canton Smells Like an Onion Patch. And then you can just leave it there and hit OK. And then I'm going to maybe make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. So I made my font 14, maybe I'll make it 18. Now I will go down, scroll down, and hit Save Changes. And now, when anyone comes to that Moodle page, that's one way to find a page. They will see this. That's the only thing they'll see. They'll click on it, and it'll take me to my Google site. So I just want to show you an example of that right now. So let's say I got here, click on the site, and it takes me to Canton Smells Like an Onion Patch. Wonderful. That's half the battle. So we're done with half of this really annoying stuff that we have to do at the beginning. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit more trickery, and this one is also maybe even more of a pain, so I apologize if it's frustrating, but try and get you through it. So here's the problem, is that when parents click on teacher web pages, Ties is still going to pop up. Ties is still going to pop up, which is frustrating. Here you can see there is a link here, teacher web pages, so you can click on that. Otherwise, the drop-down menu. So go into your teacher web pages, click on link, and then I'm at East again, so I'm clicking on East, and then here's mine. So mine, I've already hyperlinked, so all of these links here will bring you to my Google site. Yours, I'm assuming, will not look like this. I also removed everything else from my Ties page, so I got rid of all my resources, my agenda, because no one's going to use that, so I got rid of it all, so this is the only thing that shows up. So I'm going to show you how to make these links, because it's not going to work very well. Like, it's nice looking and easy for parents, so you can just put a hyperlink in here so they can go to your Google site. So if you log in, and then you could edit just your welcome message. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here you can see I've got this goofy, it says enter your welcome message, and up here it says thanks for coming to my website, I actually use a Google site, blah blah blah. You can write that if you want to, I just wanted to explain it. But here I've got this goofy code. You see I've got this aref sites.google blah blah blah. It's kind of goofy looking. What that is, if you're not familiar, is HTML code for people who really know how to make websites that, you know, Google doesn't make it stupefied for them. I don't know this stuff very well, but Canton showed me how to play with this a little bit to make it work. So I'm going to leave this up for you for a second. I'm going to go back to Moodle, the STMA Moodle page, because I made this code for you to copy to put it into your site. So if you go back, and here I'm at the Middle School East site, but if I go back to STMA Moodle, you should still be logged in. And what I did is under Docs, if you'll go into Google Apps and click Docs, there should be a document that says code for making a link on Ties website, so that everyone should be able to see that. So under Google Docs, that should be there. If you click on that, here's what it tells you. Here is this top. I'm going to highlight it for a second. This top is the same code that I used that made my link. Here it says are the directions. Copy and paste the code at the top of the page and replace it with the correct information for your site as shown with the colorful text. So what you'll do is here inside of those quotes, you can see those quotation marks. You need to put this exact site wherever the address of your Google site. You'll put it right in here, and then whatever you want the link to say, whatever words you want to appear in the link, will be here, and it's got to be inside of that less than mark, and then the other or the greater than mark and the less than marks. So it's got to be inside of there. So you can replace that and then paste that into your Ties page, and it'll work. So let me do this really quick. I'm running out of time. So if I wanted this to be with my, let's say my site was here, you know, Canton smells like an onion patch. And then here, the words I want to say are Canton smells. That will show up as a hyperlink in your site. You can copy and paste that, copy it, go back into Ties, paste it in there, and it should work for you.